Okay, so what are my opinions of the game? My final thoughts. I feel like everything in the game, as we know it, I want to we said it may have one too, but everything in the game felt easier than the first two games, and the loot felt cheesier than the first two games. In the first two games, people have whined about loot, especially loot being rare, and that's understandable. But at the same time,
Now why not spend it?
when you did get that rare weapon, it felt like you cheated a lot to get it, in some sense.
I used to
Like,
have one
all
just
this
like
junk
that.
here that I'm going through right now, this is not something I enjoy.
Everyone has their price.
Because, you spend a lot of time,
Happy to help.
sorting it out, trying not to spend it, it's just a lot. We want to use up all the money, Mossy.
Hey, Evolve Hunter.
Alright.
I always
yeah.
appreciate a big tip. You must be living the high life, flashing cash like that.
I did like
Think I like it.
the new gun mechanics system.
All that for little old me? You shouldn't have.
This is silly.
Mighty kind of you, sugar. You sure know how to make a girl feel special.
I got a new gun from her, which is
Keep it up,
nice.
sugar, and I might have to find a way to show my appreciation. Oh, you dear sweet thing.
Okay.
What a rager, though. Good times.
You sure know how to make a girl feel special.
There has to be a point where she can't take no more money. It's probably
If you die, can I have your gear?
Mighty kind of you, sugar. Now that's what I like to see.
I'll probably
You
make
must be
him
living the
5.
high life, flashing cash like that. I think I like it. Keep 'em coming. That's what I always
It's
say.
like almost
Oh,
250,000
you are just too kind,
worth
sugar.
of money deposited here. Wait, this is it.
Maybe you are a vault thief after all.
I want my own shit so...
So, what did she give me? Is it like anything better? It is much better. It's slippery when wet. It's practically the same gun. Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow. Okay. Hold on. So, the game, it's fun. Did I not swap it up? Hold on. Okay. That gun got swapped out, and then this one gets swapped out with a nice one. Okay. And I'll put the rest of them. Oh yeah. But I like the weapons a lot. It's a nice fresh paint to the game. Okay, it really is. But I don't like how you get so many. You have to actually kind of be careful of how you put weapons away and what you can use. And then what did make me sad in the game is that each video became a fun thing, I guess, instead of something very interesting. Like, I like the these video upgrades because he gave you something, to look for. But now it's just for like cosmetic stuff.
I was expecting you to get lost.
Me personally, I don't care for it. That's me personally. It's like the most expensive. Yeah, sure.
Come back? Never.
Man, look at this. None of the guns are good. It's just Alright, I need to sit down somewhere. Let me find my room if I do have one. Someone that doesn't really play as much music. But basically, I did like the fighting mechanic. Actually, let me go and just set it to Mayhem mode. Here, find it. I did like the slide mechanic, you know, it gave that, you know, the game fresh coat of paint.
Heard you're a COB
I don't like the design of the ship. I don't like the design of some. Well, I actually not complain about some of the design of some. I wish it was less confusing. Like this is kind of like a listen, it's like a spam of junk. Look at this. The ship has 3 tiers. The first level tier is kind of hard to access. You know, you get bombarded with DLCs that you have no interest in. Like, well, I don't have interest in participating with them now. You know, it might be something I do in a later state, but like when you hit E, you're just curious.
Malawan's licking its wounds after the drubbing we gave him, but I've picked up some scary intel. They're developing some sort of new weapon. If it's deployed on Promethea, we're toast.
Like, look, this is a side. This
Go
is
to
like
their
a little
research facility and
add-on.
knock some sense into them.
No, level 50.
vault
Why
hunter.
is that level 50? Hold on. Level 50 being the last mission. Not necessarily the last mission, but like the last set of levels. And I guess I can, you know. Why is it level 50? Didn't they do that last time? But
Amara, my favorite client. Great to see you, baby.
Don't call me baby. I'm the tiger, remember?
Easy, baby. Okay, that was a mistake, Tiger. The Tiger, put me down. Listen, I'm your agent. I'm looking out for you, and I'm telling you, you've outgrown Portali. You beat down the gangs, lifted up the people, but there's no one left to fight. Legends gotta keep being written, you know? Be reborn, or they die.
That's why I'm leaving. I've heard of a place sirens are drawn to, and now I feel it too. Pandora.
Pandora? Whew. That's a rough place, Tiger. Lots of fights there. Cannibal bandits, vicious wildlife, even alien stuff.
I know, right? It's perfect.
I guess we'll just sit here in this little corner. The game is improved in terms of mechanics, but the storyline and the boss battles are not my favorite. Like the boss battles in Borderlands, the pre-sequels, the first one, Borderlands 2, actually, you know, gave you a sense of challenge. But all it took in Borderlands 3 was a gun that had high amounts of damage. You know, we'll just kind of do the side missions all in one sitting while I, you know, talk about my opinion on the game.
Hiya!
Actually, no, we do look at the mission. If it has to do anything with Sanctuary, then most likely I'm gonna be like, you know. But, you know, I'm not complaining about the map designs, you know. Why does it keep putting me here? Hold on. But it's kind of like stuff like this. You know, like kind of figure out what you need to do. Like I know the mission is on. Oh wait, it's a whole different. All right, sure. It's just, you know, a lot of the bosses can easily be beaten because patterns. But like in like Borderlands 1 boss had like 3 different levels, and sure, it did not leave you room to mess up. But when you did beat it, it was like, okay, you know, cool, you did something great. Here's a reward. The gun was actually worth being rewarded, but now. Wait, what?
Do you think the Great Wall is real?
it's just, you know, bosses in this game, like, meh, you know, beat them, you move on. You know, a lot of stuff like we have in this game is unexplained. Like, for example, you go to the bridge here, and you see a little chest on the map, okay? You come over here, you're curious.
Hey, come chill with me.
Come down here, you go over here, and you get to the diamond chest. Okay? You can't use it. You do have one key, but you can't use it. And this is all unexplained of what it is. Like, you get extra shield, you get extra gun slot. What? Nope, you don't get nothing. There's nothing that's telling you what you get. Like, you need to be level 50, you need to be like a certain level of iridium, and that's like a lot of things in this game. It's just not explained. Like, this is Little's room, but no, I know it's Little's room. This is Ava's room, okay? Where's my room? You know, the ship's so poorly designed. Where's my room? You know, none of that gets explained. I mean, I know the player doesn't really care about having their own room, but at the same time, you know, you'll get like kind of curious to see if you have a room yourself. And the character probably does. You know, you can't even use the golden key, but in the first two games, you can use the golden key whenever you felt like it. So why is there a limitation on the subject matter now? What's this thing? Just a lot of stuff that's kind of left unexplained. Okay, this is Zero's room. Okay, cool. Whose room is here?
What's happening?
You know, it doesn't even explain whose room is here. It doesn't even say it's your room. You go up here. You know, there's nothing really here. You get like a mission. You know, you see Marcus' room. There's no indication. There's a lot of unexplained stuff. You know. I guess we're going to. Can I read this now? Nope. It's just a lot of guessing. And for 90 gigabytes too. Yeah. And then a lot of the grenades, I enjoy. I remember in Borderlands 2, I stuck with the first level grenade that was based off of level. Because one, it was cool. Okay, I wonder how this is going to fare. Level 50, it shouldn't be that hard. You can actually farm off of just doing this. That's exactly what I'm going to do too.
Lorelei, I'm at the Malawan facility, I think. I'm just reading the crates.
Wicked! Get in there and take down whatever Malawan's cooking up. I don't care how you do it, as long as it's messy.
See, like, I don't know what that experience is on above. Like, I'm trying to figure out, is this like a level 50 mission or not? That's why I'm like slowly walking. Let's see. That's why I'm so careful. And then I do have intentions of like, wait, what?
Intel says there's an elevator down to the lower levels. Make your way there and be ready for some heavy resistance. I'm counting on you, Vault
I want
Hunter.
to see if it's actually level 50. I'm being lied to. It is level 49. I don't do that much damage. Except I'm gonna kill one just to see how much experience points I get.
I'll kill ya!
Hold on.
Use wisely, suckers!
Wow, one hit KO. Oh my goodness. Nope. Nope. Hold on. I'm gonna kill one. That's the last thing I do. It's not worth the experience points. Okay, you can't do what I thought you could do. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Sanctuary real quick. I don't wanna die here. So, it's okay game. It just reminds you of too many spin-offs of other games, like the little wheel vehicle, you know, reminds you somehow of Star Wars. A lot of the sniper rifles VRs from Halo. You know, Sprint has kind of
I have a
become
new mission that will appeal to your sense of
normality
adventure,
in most
as well
video
as your
games
trigger
now.
finger. Come to my lab.
You know,
This thing on? Test. Hey, Vault Hunter.
Yeah, that's
We
the
got
annoying-
an opportunity for you.
You don't want to miss it!
I do want to miss it. You know, just too many reminders of the same game. But
Maurice is pleased to see you.
like, is this my room? You know, this is walled off. Why? It's just a lot of unexplained stuff. So mayhem. Management's upon death was powered up with heal. The first enemy attached will drop there. And okay, that works. And apply and exit. Is it on 3? It is. Alright. Or wait, hold on. Can I bring it back down? And then, yeah, I can. I just want to go to like true Vault Hunter mode, but I think you have to do that when you quit the main menu. Okay, you could play. Ah, yes, true Vault Hunter. Alright, lovely. I'll probably play this and record this like I was doing for Borderlands 2, but like I said, there's a lot of, you know, like a lot of pro and con changes. You know, I do like the guns. They're nice. But, like, the SMG, the low toy SMG practically carried me to almost the end of the game. Let's see. Zane reminds you so much of Jack, just a less of a bigger ego. But he kind of gives you the impression of handsome Jack. They just changed his name and his character scheme, but he still reminds you of that particular character. I feel like a lot of the main characters, as for story, I feel like a lot of main characters got ignored, except Talon the Ilion. You know, it was cool that, you know, the focus was on him in his own way, but I feel like they should have given Lilith and, well, not Lilith, but Maya a stronger role than Avia. Avia was just like Claptrap. Claptrap was annoying. The game got better when he was taken out for the most of the game, except for Sanctuary. And then it kind of leaves off a lot of questions of, one, how did Scooter die? Because he was alive in the second game. And third game, he's dead. And, you know, how did, you know, everyone find out that Moxie was the mother of, I forgot the fat character's name. You know, it's just a lot of questions, like what led up to this and that, you know, and none of it gets really explained, so they kind of skipped on explaining. Well, and then secondly, kind of got all over the place, but secondly, when it comes to the vehicles, and like, there's not as much running as it was in the first and second game, which is nice. Not many walls, you know, invisible areas that you can't go by, which is also nice. But, you know, going to different planets was pretty cool. And yeah, it's just, is it better than the second game? It is by gun mechanics and everything else. But is it as good as the missions and the story? A lot of the missions were more fun and inventive in the second game. and first game than this. Like Talon de Leon was literally no, he's not the best character. Maul, talking about the pack, you know, he was the best character in the game. Unfortunately, they kept him alive, but whoever played that character in particular did an excellent job because the pact is just the way it's being pronounced and everything. I like that character. Battalion de Leon's the second best character, and then when they do talk about, when he does talk about his wife Lita, it doesn't get mentioned on how she died, you know, and what did Troy and Tyrion, whatever her name is, do on the planet, and what made him so bitter. Just because you stay on a planet and look at stars does not make you want to go and conquer the world. There's a better reason than that. Were they bitter that the mother died, or was Tyrion bitter that Troy got to do more than she could? You know, there's a lot of unanswered questions in this video game. So it's more of a point and click shooter game with little to no story, kind of like a lot of games now. And if you want like a little bit of story, you have to play the previous games. But that's my 2 cents on it. But of course, I'm not gonna do it this week or next week. It's gonna be a while before I go back to recording Borderlands 3. But I will play true Vault Hunter mode, and I'll actually go through all the stories and listen to what all the characters have to say and see if there's an actual story. But for a 90 gigabyte game, you know, it should have been a little bit more. You know, Grand Theft Auto 5 had little quirks. You know, this is technically the same company that runs GTA 5, so you know, it is what it is. But if I was to improve onto one segment, I'll probably have to improve on Pandora, you know, because just because Handsome Jack died, he had troops on the planet. He had the robots and Hyperion, weapon of Hyperion. You know, Hyperion gets mentioned at least once or twice with the underwear, and you probably see the guns here and there, but that's it. There's no story of what happened to Hyperion. You know, it's a corporation. Just because corporations have war or whatever doesn't mean they don't have, you know, Hyperion, you know, like a story. You know, Atlas has a story, Mal 1 has a story, but it doesn't tell you if these companies were around during Hyperion or before Hyperion. So there's like a lot of information that just kind of gets tossed in there, but there's no explanation. So the player is left wondering, you know, what happened. Like after Handsome Jack died, what happened? You know, what happened to Hyperion? Did they defunct? Did they go out of business? Did they get merged? Did they get bought out? You know, it's just so many unanswered questions. Like, you know, and the Children of the Vault thing, that made sense a little bit, but not really, because it's just like, you know, you have 2 antagonist characters who they come out of nowhere, and throughout the entirety of the game, you're kind of left asking the question of what made them turn into what they are today in the game, you know. And then of course you find out later, but one part that doesn't make sense, that how did Troy convince the ringleader to be a dummy for a boss fight? That part doesn't make sense. Like, you know, if he was getting energy from a planet, a literal planet that's way bigger than the size of a human, then why would you need energy from your sister? And then how did he get to the robotic arm? You know, just a lot of unanswered questions. And sure, them logs might have been hidden throughout the map, but they're also hidden in places that so much is going on, you don't have the opportunity to reach for it, or if it's so out of the way. Like some of the, even when you did get the parts, like the claptrap parts, I got most of them things, and It did not give me a mission of how to build Claptrap's friend or where do I even begin to build it. And I wanted to do it. You know, I was over here collecting the parts. Like, it doesn't tell me anything. It just says, oh, you completed a challenge. You completed a challenge every time you pick up a part. But that's it. It doesn't give you no indication where to build it. It doesn't show you where you change it. You know, all you know is Claptrap gets stuck in on the window from the vacuum of space, and that's about it. It doesn't really tell you. It doesn't. You know, you have no real reason of, you know, completing that mission anymore, and that's what I got. I mean, I found the parts cool, but I wanted to actually build Claptrap's friend. So Claptrap has something more entertaining, or there'd be two Claptraps that kind of mimic off each other, but still, you know, you didn't get that. You know. And then the game kind of took a lot of the uniqueness in Borderlands 1 and 2 is not in this game, and what I mean by that is that it kind of followed a trend of what you call it, like that modern day trend with the cameras, gotta videotape everything, you know, get the likes, subscribe. That part right there, I didn't enjoy. You know, I did not enjoy. I prefer something else. You know, I would have preferred something else. Like, it could have been a story where Pandora just went to complete chaos for real. Like, you know, it's just like, you know, a war broke out. You know, most likely they're gonna make another game because Ava became a siren very early. And that part didn't make sense either because they don't explain how the siren thing works, so it kind of leads to your imagination, but not a great sense of imagination. Like, how did Ava turn to a siren in a couple days when she was with Maya, who was also a siren, you know? So it's a bunch of tripping. Then what happens to the book on Myra? Like, does it have any form of significance? You know, could, you know, all the powers being released? You know, it's just a bad storyline. Good gameplay, very bad storyline. But yeah, they're gonna make another one because she has access to all the vaults. Will be better than Borderlands 1 and 2. Nope, just more creativity, more to do, more use of the weapons. A lot of the weapons in the game, the only weapons you really use is the pistol, the submachine gun, the assault rifle, and you rarely use the sniper. The fourth weapon choice is like an option. Okay, the sniper, the shotgun, the rocket launcher, those are the options, and it's really based on your personal preference. But you get 0 in the game, you don't get the commando, you don't get the previous siren, and you don't get Salvador. You know, it's just a lot of plot holes of what happened to the heroes. Sure, 0 is in the game, cool, but what to the other ball hunters? They die out, they not, you know, choose to keep going. Then how far is the timeline? Is this like a timeline in the future, past? Is this directly after Handsome Jack dies? How long? You know, it's just a lot of plot holes. But I enjoyed the game in terms of its gameplay, and I will play again much later. And I'm gonna do that no time soon. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the game. It's a first person. It's a first person shooter mainly, than telling a story. And to some people, that can be fun, but to a lot of people, you know, well, it's really to each of their own. I personally prefer a story over gameplay, but I do appreciate that they focused on mechanics more than just a graphic, like, you know, eye candy video game. So, not to complain here, I guess. But I feel like the one thing I would probably add is, like, you know, at least fix like Talon de Leon. He is not in the game too long. You know, why did he have to die? Like, she only blew him away. She didn't necessarily kill him with the grenade. Like, in the first, when he hits the wall, he's lying on the wall, against the wall with no blood stains. And then all of a sudden we get up close, blood stains. Another issue in this game is that a lot of subtitles they don't exist, even though they're supposed to exist. And then sometimes the music from the background was playing loud enough where the subtitles won't register. Sometimes subtitles won't go at all. So you have to, like, if you're a hearing person, that's cool. But if you want to, like, hear that, you can't hear it. And, it's pretty janky. So it feels like a rushed game in some sense, because some things are kind of glitchy, and it doesn't feel a rush game, but it was okay. Borderlands 2 and 1 are better though, just much better. But then again, it's always like that initially the first couple of games, but after it gets beyond 2, then that's when the game goes to cahoots. So yeah. Anyway, signing out.